In a culture captivated by the illusion of eternal perfection, cosmetic transformation is often portrayed as a gateway to confidence, admiration, and success. But beneath the polished images and dazzling appearances exists a far more complicated reality filled with emotional struggles, unexpected consequences, and deeply personal sacrifices. From high-profile figures whose dramatic transformations sparked worldwide fascination to entertainers whose public image changed forever, and everyday individuals who risked everything in pursuit of an ideal reflection, these stories reveal far more than surface-level change. They uncover powerful lessons about identity, pressure, and the delicate boundary between reinvention and losing oneself entirely. Enter a world where the pursuit of perfection takes an unexpected turn, and discover the hidden realities behind beauty's most unforgettable transformations. Renee Talley, once a Las Vegas showgirl, reportedly believed that cosmetic enhancement could help her feel more confident and strengthen her career in a highly image-focused industry. In pursuit of a more curvaceous figure aligned with entertainment beauty standards, she chose to undergo silicone injections, hoping for a quick transformation that would match the glamorous expectations of the stage. At first, the results may have seemed encouraging, but complications soon followed, turning what was meant to be a confidence boost into a difficult and painful experience. Her story is often referenced in broader discussions about the risks of unregulated cosmetic procedures and the importance of ensuring that any aesthetic treatment is performed under safe, professional medical supervision. The complications reportedly worsened over time as the injected material caused severe discomfort and structural changes in affected areas of her body. Daily movement became increasingly difficult, and she faced both physical pain and emotional distress as the situation progressed. Her experience later received wider public attention after being featured on Botched, where medical specialists examined complex cases involving previous unsafe or unregulated cosmetic procedures. In her case, surgeons worked carefully to remove as much of the harmful material and damaged tissue as possible in an effort to reduce symptoms and improve quality of life. Her story is often cited in discussions about the importance of medical safety, highlighting how unregulated procedures can lead to long-term health consequences and why professional oversight is essential in any form of body modification. Despite medical treatment, the emotional impact remained lasting. Renee has reflected that the procedure she once believed would boost her confidence instead led to regret and a loss of self-assurance. By sharing her story, she raised awareness about the risks of unregulated cosmetic procedures and the importance of prioritizing safety over appearance. Her experience is often viewed as a cautionary reminder of the potential long-term consequences of unsafe beauty treatments. In the 1980s, Mickey Rourke was widely seen as one of Hollywood's most compelling and unconventional leading men. With a raw screen presence and intense charisma, he stood out in films such as 9½ Weeks and Angel Heart, where his performances helped define a darker, more complex kind of movie star appeal. His rugged charm and unpredictable energy made him a standout figure in an era of polished celebrity images, earning him both critical attention and a strong fan following. However, at the height of his success, Rourke made a significant life change by stepping away from Hollywood to pursue professional boxing. That decision marked a turning point in his career trajectory, as the physical demands of the sport led to repeated injuries and extended time away from acting. Over time, this shift not only impacted his professional momentum but also reshaped how he was perceived within the entertainment industry. His journey has since been widely discussed as an example of how personal choices, passion, and risk can dramatically alter even the most promising careers in the world of film. The boxing ring proved harsh and unforgiving, leaving him with multiple serious injuries, including damage to his nose, cheekbone, and jaw. To repair the harm, he underwent reconstructive procedures in an effort to restore both function and appearance. However, the results did not fully return him to his former Hollywood image, and over time his look changed noticeably, drawing public attention and commentary. In later reflections, he has spoken honestly about that period, acknowledging the difficult choices and outcomes involved in his recovery. His journey is often seen as a reminder of how quickly physical risk, injury, and medical intervention can reshape a person's life in ways that go far beyond the screen. It was a candid reflection on a series of choices that did not unfold as intended. Yet, consistent with his resilient nature, he did not withdraw from the industry. Instead, he made a return to acting, embracing the changes in his appearance and using his lived experience to bring greater depth and authenticity to his roles. This phase of his career led to widely praised performances, including his work in The Wrestler, which earned strong critical recognition and reaffirmed his reputation as a deeply talented performer beyond physical image. In later years, he has spoken openly about that chapter of his life, with honesty and reflection, acknowledging regret while also emphasizing the lessons learned. His story is often referenced as a broader reminder that identity, talent, and artistic value extend far beyond appearance, and that the pursuit of physical perfection can carry complex and lasting consequences. Vishal Thakkar was a successful entrepreneur and family man who, despite his stable life, struggled with insecurity about his appearance, especially his nose. In 2006, he decided to undergo a rhinoplasty in Mumbai, expecting a simple and routine procedure. However, complications reportedly arose during the process, turning what he believed would be a minor enhancement into a serious and distressing experience. The outcome affected both his physical condition and emotional well-being. His story is often seen as a reminder that even seemingly simple cosmetic procedures can carry unexpected risks and consequences. Instead of the subtle refinement he had hoped for, the procedure reportedly resulted in serious surgical complications that dramatically altered his facial structure. When Vishal awoke, he was confronted with an outcome far removed from his expectations, leaving him in shock and disbelief. The changes to his appearance were profound, affecting not only how he saw himself but also how he experienced daily life. The incident marked a turning point in his personal journey, transforming a decision made in search of confidence into a deeply difficult and life-altering experience. His story is often shared as a cautionary reminder of the importance of medical expertise, careful decision-making, and fully understanding the risks involved in any surgical procedure. The consequences were severe and life-changing. He reportedly experienced ongoing health complications, including infections and breathing difficulties, along with constant discomfort. Over time, the emotional strain led him to withdraw from social life, while his personal relationships and career also suffered. His story is often viewed as a cautionary reminder of how quickly a decision made in search of confidence can lead to unexpected and lasting consequences, especially when it involves irreversible medical procedures. Celso Santabanius, widely known by the nickname the Brazilian Ken doll, gained public attention for his highly stylized and doll-like appearance. As a teenager, he was reportedly inspired by comparisons to the iconic toy figure, which led him to explore cosmetic enhancements as a form of personal expression and identity shaping. Over time, he invested significant resources into a range of aesthetic procedures aimed at refining facial structure and creating a more sculpted, polished look. His transformation ultimately opened doors in the media and fashion world, leading to opportunities in modeling, magazine features, and television appearances. While his image sparked both admiration and debate, his story is often discussed in broader conversations about self-image, digital-era beauty ideals, and the growing influence of pop culture aesthetics on personal identity and career paths. Celso Santabanius later became known as an internet personality after turning his doll-like image into a personal brand, even launching products inspired by his own appearance. His online fame grew quickly, making him a notable figure in discussions about beauty, identity, and digital culture. However, as his public success expanded, his health reportedly began to decline, leading to serious medical treatment and a difficult personal journey. Despite this, he occasionally shared updates with followers, maintaining a connection with his audience. His story is often viewed as a reflection on the pressures of online fame, identity construction, and the unexpected challenges that can exist behind a highly curated public image. In his final public messages, he was described as reflecting on his experiences with a more grounded perspective, encouraging others to value self-acceptance and inner well-being alongside outward appearance. His passing at the age of 20 reportedly shocked many of his followers around the world, prompting widespread discussion and reflection within online communities. His story is often remembered as both compelling and deeply tragic, highlighting how the intense pursuit of an idealized image can sometimes lead to overwhelming personal pressures. It has since been referenced in broader conversations about mental health, identity, and the importance of balance between external appearance and inner stability. Raji Narina Singh, a transgender performer and advocate, is often referenced in discussions about the dangers of unregulated cosmetic procedures and the risks of seeking unsafe alternatives to medical care. In her pursuit of gender affirmation and self-confidence, she reportedly turned to an unlicensed individual who promised dramatic physical changes at a low cost. However, the substances used in such illicit procedures were not medically approved fillers, highlighting the severe risks associated with non-professional aesthetic treatments. Her story is commonly shared in broader conversations about medical safety, bodily autonomy, and the importance of qualified healthcare providers in any form of cosmetic or reconstructive procedure. It serves as a reminder that when people are vulnerable or seeking transformation, proper medical guidance and safe practices are essential to prevent harm and long-term complications. The outcome was severe, with lasting complications that affected her health and appearance. She experienced ongoing medical issues and emotional distress due to the damage caused by unsafe procedures. Despite this, she chose to share her story publicly. It was later featured on Botched, where surgeons attempted to repair some of the harm caused by unregulated injections. Her experience is often used as a warning about the importance of safe, professional medical care and the risks of unlicensed cosmetic treatments. While the damage could not be fully reversed, the medical treatments helped improve her condition to some extent and gave her the strength to begin rebuilding her life. Over time, Raji chose to speak openly about her experience, using her journey as a way to raise awareness about the dangers of unlicensed cosmetic procedures and unsafe medical practices. Through her advocacy, she has helped bring attention to the importance of choosing qualified professionals and prioritizing health and safety in any form of aesthetic treatment. Her story is often shared as a reflection on resilience, emphasizing that personal worth is not defined by appearance, but by courage, honesty, and the willingness to learn from life's most difficult experiences. Sahar Tabar became an internet sensation after her heavily edited and dramatic images went viral, sparking worldwide attention and debate. Many online users were intrigued by her unusual appearance and the way it spread rapidly across social media. She said her look was inspired by actress Angelina Jolie, which added to the global curiosity around her story. Her case is often discussed as an example of how powerful and misleading viral images can be in shaping online identity. Behind the viral attention, a different reality eventually came to light. Sahar later clarified that much of her widely circulated appearance was created through makeup techniques, editing, and visual effects rather than extensive surgical transformation. In reality, she had only undergone a limited number of cosmetic procedures, such as a rhinoplasty and lip fillers. Her story is often used to highlight how quickly online perception can diverge from reality, especially in environments driven by viral content and digital validation. It also reflects the pressures of social media culture, where the pursuit of attention and engagement can sometimes blur the line between curated identity and real life. Her online persona eventually became far more influential than her real-life identity, shaped and amplified by viral attention and public interpretation. Over time, the situation took a more serious turn when she faced legal consequences in Iran related to her online activity and the content she had shared on social media. During and after this period, she expressed regret about the path her online fame had taken, reflecting on the emotional toll it had caused and the pressure of maintaining a highly scrutinized digital image. Her experience is often discussed as a broader, cautionary example of how internet fame, identity performance, and beauty standards can intersect in powerful and sometimes overwhelming ways, especially for young people navigating social media visibility. Pete Burns, lead singer of Dead or Alive, became famous for the hit You Spin Me Round Like a Record and his bold, androgynous style. Over time, he spoke openly about undergoing multiple cosmetic procedures as he struggled with dissatisfaction about his appearance. These changes became widely discussed and added to his controversial public image. His story is often seen as a reflection on fame, identity, and the pressure to maintain a certain look in the entertainment industry. What began as small aesthetic adjustments gradually developed into a long and complex history of medical procedures. Over time, he underwent numerous surgeries and corrective treatments in pursuit of an idealized appearance that continued to evolve but never felt fully complete. His changing look often drew strong reactions from the public, especially from those who remembered his earlier image in the spotlight. Alongside the visible transformations, he also experienced difficult recoveries and medical complications at various stages, which added physical strain to an already demanding process. His story is often discussed in broader conversations about fame, identity, and the emotional impact of constantly chasing perfection in appearance-driven environments. Pete Burns remained outspoken about his experiences, often describing his relationship with cosmetic procedures as deeply complex and difficult to control. Despite public criticism and constant media attention, he remained open about his choices and continued to present himself with the same unapologetic confidence that defined much of his career. This honesty about identity, self-image, and the pressures of appearance made him a figure who was both controversial and widely discussed, yet also understood by many who saw the emotional layers behind his public persona. He passed away in 2016 at the age of 57 due to sudden heart failure. His life is often remembered not only for his impact on music and pop culture, but also for the conversations he sparked about individuality, self-expression, and the complex relationship between fame and personal identity.